Today's movie is a special request courtesy of Patreon supporter Brandon Isaacs, who asked that I review the 1980s martial arts movie Miami Connection. Well, it has been a little while since I've done a martial arts movie on this show, although considering how batshit crazy the last ones I did were, this movie has got a lot to live up to. Yeah, this ought to be fun. Miami Connection is a 1987 martial arts, crime, musical thing that's the brainchild of filmmaker Y.K. Kim, who not only starred in the movie, but also produced, co-wrote, and co-directed it. Because just like Tommy Wiseau, Kim's the kind of guy who likes to be involved in every aspect of a movie's production. And if Tommy had ever made a 1980s action movie, this is probably pretty close to what it would look like. I should also mention that Y.K. Kim wasn't satisfied with the movie's original cut, so he teamed up with co-star Joseph Diamond to write new scenes and insert them into the film. So just remember, everybody, what you're about to see is the improved version of the movie. Anyway, the movie begins on a beautiful Miami day. Dusk. Wait, sorry, I guess it's nighttime. Yeah, one thing you'll quickly learn about this movie is that it's not too good at establishing things. For example, somewhere in Miami? Really? 'Cause by the looks of it, you're in the ocean. Cut to some gangsters who appear to be getting impatient, although that could be because they still haven't decided what decade they're supposed to be from yet. There's also shots of some ninjas, although I'm not really sure if they're also supposed to be in Miami or just a Vietnam flashback. Also, this guy really should have worn black. My god, the gangsters are smuggling instant noodles! The fiends! Don't they know how high in sodium those are? Oh, okay, never mind, it's just cocaine. I'm not sure if the ninjas are after the noodles or the coke, but regardless, they start slaughtering the gangsters. Yeah, this is your brain on drugs, and this is your brain after getting a sword sliced through it. Jesus, I know the Reagan years really amped up the war on drugs, but this seems a little excessive. Did that guy just kill himself? I normally criticize people who bring swords to a gunfight, but when fighting against movie ninjas, guns are the least effective weapon you can use. Well, we got the cocaine, boys. Now to sneak silently into the night on our loud, obnoxious motorcycles. Boy, I see the cocaine didn't liven up this party very much. And oh sure, wearing white lets everybody know you're the leader, but it is a bitch to keep clean.
All of you forgot the most important thing. The money! Where's the money?
Yeah, how the hell are we supposed to do all this cocaine when we don't have any bills to roll up? I guess we'll have to ponder that question over the opening credits, which gives us a montage of everything this movie has to offer. Look at this. Ninjas, motorcycles, rock bands. It's like they asked a 1980s pothead everything he wanted to see in a movie and then actually made it. The only thing it's missing is some sweet van art. Well, the movie's called Miami Connection, so naturally, we go to Orlando. These guys don't seem like the Disney World type, so I guess they'll have to get their entertainment somewhere else.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'd like to welcome you to my club, Park Avenue, Central Florida's hottest nightclub.
Or at least it was until I had this ceiling fan installed. The band everyone's there to see is called Dragon Sound, and in addition to their musical skills, they're apparently the only thing standing between the ninjas and total dominance of Orlando. No, seriously, the ninjas are concerned about a rock band.
Anyway, you need to get rid of that band so you can control that area.
Why? They're a rock band and you have a ton of cocaine. They could potentially be your biggest customers. But hey, Dragon Sound's a pretty badass name for an 80s rock band. Or a Nintendo game. So let's hear some of their music. I think I know why the ninja gang's so desperate to get rid of these guys. All their songs sound like something the government would make to tell kids not to do drugs. So stay in school, 'cause drugs aren't cool. Ah, the 80s. A time when guys who looked like my uncle could perform shirtless. And something tells me this guy can't actually play guitar. So, anything going on plot-wise?
That's your sister, Jane? She's working here?
She's not supposed to be here. I don't know what she's doing here.
I don't know what she's doing either. She's not singing or playing an instrument. Is she even in the band, or did they just let their groupies get up on stage with them? After the show, we then cut to the University of Central Florida, which once again is in Orlando and not Miami. You know, for a movie called Miami Connection, most of it's taken place in Orlando so far. Isn't that false advertising? That's like calling a movie Brazil and then not setting it in Brazil. Oh, sorry, is something important going on?
Here I have just placed the results of the International Programming Contest. As you know, we sent a team. They came in 4th place, and I think we should make a lot of noise for our team.
Congratulations, you got 4th. Weren't there drug dealers and ninjas in this movie? Oh, hang on a second. I guess we gotta watch Jonathan Richman flirt with Marky Post here. These two are the, I guess, romantic leads of the movie, John and Jane. And with names that imaginative, I'm assuming their last names are both Doe. Let's see what these two lovebirds are up to.
Do you have any family or anything? I haven't met anybody yet, or...
Well, I have a brother, as a matter of fact. If it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be going to this nice school and staying in the nice dorm I'm staying. Well, they were divorced when I was young. My dad took off with some young girl and left my mom and my brother and myself. My father died a little while after he left us. But speaking of my brother...
Jesus, is she majoring in exposition? And what was that about her brother?
But before you meet my brother, I need to warn you. He's involved with a group of really shady characters.
You're damn right he's shady. He's so shady he's got no time for parking spaces or sleeves. Jane's brother doesn't react well to her new boyfriend, but that's okay. The rest of the band is there to give these punks a stern talking to. Or dubbing to.
There's just some misunderstanding.
You don't understand. I'm her brother.
You don't scare me at all.
Jane, I want to talk to you later.
I think that dialogue may have been put in later. Alright, enough of this schoolyard fight. Looks like we got a beef between band managers.
I thought I fired you once.
Yeah, you fired me one because of the goddamn dragon sound? That's bullshit! They came in here to play goddamn songs for kids!
You know, he's got a point there. And holy shit, it's Kung Fu Concert Promoter! Yeah, let's see Bill Graham do that shit. So what exactly was the point of that scene? I don't know, to show there was so much cocaine in the 80s, everyone thought they knew karate? In fact, this movie is full of important scenes.
Tastes good? Yes, tastes good.
Uncle Sean, you take great care of us.
Good.
Uncle Song, you have to give Mark the recipe today.
Take great care of us. We love you.
Alright, I know that may have seemed completely pointless, but that scene of them eating was actually very important because without it, we might have thought they went to the gig hungry. And hey look, she actually does do something in the band. Oh, I get why the ninja gang wants to get rid of them now. They're prejudiced against ninjas. And that's a great way to get rid of criminals operating in your town. Just hit them with a diss track. Yeah, keep trying, pal. I totally believe you're really playing that. And that's not the only musically questionable thing in this movie. Oh, great. It's bad enough everyone in this movie's dressed like they're from a Double Dragon game, but now they're using the music from it too? The band gets tailed by some thugs, because again, if it weren't for this one rock band, this huge gang couldn't possibly sell any drugs in this town.
This doesn't look like the welcome wagon.
No, they look like the Warriors if they were played by a bowling team. The band may be outnumbered, but fortunately for them, the gang members have no idea how to attack them more than one at a time. I do gotta admit, the movie was ahead of its time for using slow motion and regular speed in the same shot. If Zack Snyder ever directed an episode of Miami Vice, this is probably what it would look like. Well, it's been a long night of beating people up. Now to relax with the boys.
Hey guys, I'm taking a shower first.
Hang on, we can all shower together and save water. But uh-oh, looks like they just got some serious news.
This is your real father?
Yes, it is.
I didn't know you had a father. I thought we are all orphans.
Oh, right, I forgot to mention these guys are all orphans. Probably because the movie also forgot to mention that. Anyway, sorry to interrupt. Please go on.
My mother was Korean. And my father was Black American. I was only 9 years old. They say They loved each other and they were real loyal. And then when he finished military duty, he left. She told me to find him. But I didn't like him because he left us.
Good God, is this guy also majoring in exposition? This is a lot of backstory for a character I don't care about. Well, that was emotional. Now, beach montage! Come on, we had to include a beach scene in this movie. We shot all this ass B-roll, and damn it, we are gonna use it. Now you may be wondering, what does this beach scene do to advance the plot? That's right, absolutely nothing. Looks like the bad guys are busy training at the gym, although I think this guy might want to train a little harder. What the hell? What are these guys doing here?
What do you want?
I'm the leader of the group that played out of Park Avenue. We got fired and then the new group beat us up.
Actually, the club owner beat you up. But hey, maybe his memory's a little fuzzy due to that massive head injury he apparently has now.
I need you to get rid of him. Get my job back. If you do, I'll join up with you. It's just one thing you gotta know. They're all black belts in Taekwondo and they're pretty bad.
So are these guys seriously getting involved in gang wars between rock bands now? I thought they worked for the ninjas from earlier. Don't they have cocaine to sell? Oh no, the movie's gone from Double Dragon to Karate Champ. Go back to Double Dragon. Actually, that's not quite true. The hit detection's a little bit better in this movie. Whoa, sorry bro, I think it really hit you there. Hey, you don't mind if we use that take in the movie, do you? Okay, better wrap this scene up. Their moms are gonna be there to pick them up from Taekwondo practice pretty soon.
We could write another Taekwondo song, and after Tom does one of his guitar solos, we could all break boards. Jack could do a drum solo. How about it, Jack?
I'll allow the board breaking, but there is no way we're doing a fucking drum solo. You guys got any other bright ideas?
What do you think about a tour?
What kind of tour?
It would be a world tour, but what would make it special is that we play in each other's countries. You know, like finding our roots.
Okay, I guess I can't make fun of this band too much, since apparently they're planning a world tour. Oh man, I wish I had a band that was going on tour.
Wherever we'd go, we'd visit the local Taekwondo schools, we'd promote peace and goodwill.
Think we could take a little time out for dinner while we're trying to save the world?
Why the hell not? They take time out of the movie for dinner. A bunch of thugs at the restaurant refuse to pay for their meal, which isn't surprising considering this guy can't even afford pants. But these thugs should have known better than to piss this guy off. Come on, it's the 80s and he's Asian. Of course he knows martial arts, you fools! He may seem a little outmatched, but fortunately our heroes show up just in time to... Wait, what? The fight's over already? Well, it would have been nice to see the end of that. This movie has several minutes of ass B-roll and Taekwondo practice, but it can't show us the rest of this guy's fight scene? But there is one thing it shows. Words of wisdom.
Taekwondo is not just kicking and punching. Taekwondo is right here and right here.
Exactly. Now excuse us while we use Taekwondo to kick and punch people. Meanwhile, it looks like the villains have taken things up a notch and are threatening them with origami.
Beat downtown, the railroad tracks. From Jeff?
So what are we gonna do here?
I don't know, cut to another random filler scene instead of the big fight you just foreshadowed. And Jane does not look happy with her brother.
Why don't you just leave Dragon Sound alone?
Okay, look. Don't concern yourself with what I'm doing. You concentrate on school and nothing else.
Yeah, I may be a drug-dealing gang leader, but I still know the importance of higher education, goddammit.
I've worked very hard to give you the best things in life. Now, I don't want you to mess it up by going out with a second-rate musician like that John character.
You know, that's another good point. The bad guys may not be very good at martial arts, but they're pretty dead on when it comes to Dragon Sound's music. Anyway, better get ready for the climactic battle even though we've still got 40 minutes left. God, these guys make the gangs from West Side Story look intimidating. Oh, and fellas, drive-by shootings are a lot more effective when you use guns. Alright, time to put that Taekwondo training to good use.
Come on, boy!
Yeah, I always wanted to do that to Kid Rock too. The fight gets broken up when the cops arrive, although considering they're so lazy they have to depend on a rock band to keep drug dealers out, they'd probably just let them keep fighting.
Looks like another gang.
We need to get these gangs out of Central Florida anyway.
Then maybe you should stop relying on rock bands to do all your work. Well, it's been about 15 minutes since we had a random filler montage. Better fix that. Okay, fellas, little tip. If you write a song that says you're a tough guy, that's how you know you're not actually a tough guy. Another sign you're not a tough guy? Wearing a scarf. Alright, time to get down to business.
How's business? Pretty good, pretty good. Don't talk about business today. Let's have fun.
Okay, don't get down to business. See if I care. Prick.
Did you get rid of that group, Dragon Sound?
Not yet, they're pretty tough. Especially that Korean guy Mark. He's a black belt in Taekwondo. I'm gonna have to give these guys special treatment.
I thought they were all black belts in Taekwondo.
It's just one thing you gotta know. They're all black belts in Taekwondo and they're pretty bad.
Okay, I guess the Korean guy has like a super black belt or something. And he's already getting special treatment. He's the biggest guy in the poster. Okay, so we had at least a couple lines in this 5-minute scene that had something to do with the plot. What's the next one like?
What's going on? Nothing.
Okay, look, normally I do the no one will be seated gag here, but honestly, I could do that with pretty much all of Dragon Sound scenes. Look, even the characters are getting put to sleep by this scene. Can we move on, please? Yeah, nothing says you live that rock and roll lifestyle like a perfect attendance record. And I guess the bad guys finally realized it's more effective if you attack all at once instead of just waiting your turn for an ass kicking. See, they actually managed to capture Mustache McMullethead here. Now they just need to get Daryl Hall and they've got the whole set. But first, this.
It's like that, man?
It's like this.
Shows how his legs round like this. I think it's broken. Wait, hold it.
Hey, check it out.
Right, yeah.
You know, I think I'm starting to figure out how this movie was made. Originally, the movie was only about 30 minutes, so to get it to feature length, they just put in outtakes of the actors goofing off on set.
You want to take a look? Be my guest.
Take a look. Yeah.
Yep, that's exactly what they did. The rest of Dragon Sound comes to rescue their friend, although I'm not really sure how they knew where he was or even that he'd even been captured in the first place. Time to show off more of their martial arts skills and prove once and for all which is the better weapon, plumbing equipment or farming equipment. Let's see, what did that one guy say about Taekwondo again?
Taekwondo is not just kicking and punching.
Yeah, it's also about slicing a motherfucker's neck open. This action sequence has all the choreography of me getting into a fight with my little brother after stealing one of my Ninja Turtle toys. Well, looks like it's down to the final battle between this guy and what's his name. Huh. Okay, well that was anticlimactic. Uh-oh, someone's gonna have to tell the boss.
I'm sorry, boss, but your brother Jeff is dead.
Jeff? Who the hell is Jeff? Wait, was that guy Jeff? I thought he was Jane's brother. So, does that mean you're Jane's brother too? How come you're Asian and they're both white?
We must avenge Jeff's death. We will not escape the Miami Ninja!
Damn right. Now off to the playground, boys. But wait a second. Don't tell me there's a thrilling scene where the band clips out coupons from a flyer.
My father! My father! I found my father!
Your dad is a postcard? Well, congratulations, you found your father. Maybe next you can find a reason for me to care about this subplot. And that is the laziest Crockett and Tubbs cosplay I've ever seen. Oh, right, John's gotta tell Jane they killed her brother. This is gonna get emotional.
I'm so sorry about what happened. I felt so bad about that.
It's not your fault. I understand.
We had to do it. We had no choice.
I understand.
Or not. Nice to know Jane has the same reaction to her brother getting killed as John saying he forgot to pick up milk on the way home. Okay, see you later, babe. We'll try not to kill any more of your immediate family. To be fair, though, Jane's not the only one with questionable reactions in this movie.
Oh, ninjas. Come on, leave us alone. We have to catch a plane. Get out of the way.
They're ninjas on motorcycles, not kids playing street hockey. The ninjas want revenge for Jeff's death, even though I thought they were already trying to get rid of the band so they could sell cocaine. But hey, it's an excuse for a fight scene, so who am I to complain? One of the band gets wounded by a sword, but it's totally worth it for this guy's reaction. You know what? I think that deserves a slow-mo. I can't believe it, and I just bought this suit! Naturally, this doesn't sit well with the other guys in the band. You know, this reminds me, what did they say they were gonna do on that world tour?
Wherever we'd go, we'd visit the local taekwondo schools, we'd promote peace and goodwill.
Yeah, unless someone makes us late for our plane, in which case they're fucking dead. In fact, I think at this point, Dragon Sound's racked up a higher body count than the villains. They're not even giving him quick deaths either. The bad guys have a lot of work ahead of them if they expect to catch up.
Boss, everybody's dead.
That was pretty good, but I think Dragon Sound would have really let that guy suffer more. So having mercilessly slaughtered the other ninjas, looks like it's time for the final battle between Asian guy from Dragon Sound whose name I don't know, and, Ninja Leader? Jeff's brother? I don't know what anybody in this movie's called. I guess it doesn't really matter since I don't think this is the same guy we saw earlier. Remember, Taekwondo isn't just about kicking and punching, it's also about stabbing a guy in the fucking gut. But wait a second, what about poor...
Jim.
Yeah, what about him? Don't worry, he's fine. Jim's death is about as serious as Duke's at the end of the G.I. Joe movie. Whoa, wait a second, his dad's there?
You're really blessed to have such wonderful friends. They really care about you, and I want you to know that now, I really care too. Please forgive me. I love you, son.
However, I still don't think your band is gonna go anywhere.
I was gonna mess with our band again.
Now we're all safe.
Yeah, unless the cops decide to investigate the massive trail of bodies you just left behind. Although, considering the cops in this movie, yeah, you probably are safe. And so everyone lived happily ever wait, what? Only through the elimination of violence can we achieve world peace? Oh, I am calling bullshit on that. Not only did Dragon Sound rack up more kills than the villains in this movie, but I think they even enjoyed watching him suffer. Look, we even get to see this guy's cum face. Miami Connection was largely ignored by audiences when it was first released, and as you can imagine, the critical response was less than kind. The movie was largely forgotten until 2010 when midnight screenings at the Alamo Drafthouse in Austin reignited interest in the movie, and since then it's gotten an official release on DVD and Blu-ray and is now regarded as a cult classic. And you know what? It is about damn time. Well, okay, maybe classic isn't the right word to describe this movie, but just like Challenge of the Tiger or movies like The Room or Troll 2, this is one of the most awesomely entertaining bad movies ever made. Seriously, it's got ninjas, motorcycles, cocaine, gore, cheesy 80s rock music. It's like reading a wish list for a midnight movie, except it actually exists. Hell, even the scenes where nothing's happening go so far into being boring that they somehow become entertaining again. It may have taken more than 20 years, but Miami Connection finally seems to be getting its due. So if you love hilariously entertaining trash cinema, get some friends together and give Miami Connection a watch. Well, that's all for now. Until next time.